Pixy Fox is a self-proclaimed body modification artist, inspired to look like Hollywood from the movie Cool World. She calls herself the living cartoon. She's had a whole host of surgeries to achieve what she believes to be total perfection, including having 6 ribs removed. To further accentuate her curves, she wears a tightly bound corset every day that slims her waist to a shocking 16 inches. By wearing the corset, in combination with her strict diet and daily workout routine, she hopes to achieve the world record for smallest waist by getting down to around 14 inches very soon. To date, she has spent over $120,000 on 15 separate surgeries. She says people walk up to her all the time to tell her she looks like a cartoon character. According to her, that's a compliment. Justin Jedlica wants to be the human version of Mattel's Ken doll and has had over $250,000 worth of surgeries. He says his ultimate goal is to one day become 100% plastic. Justin's extensive list of surgeries include 5 nose jobs and augmentations to his cheeks, lips, buttocks, and chin. He may look like a muscular guy, but his triceps, biceps, and even his chest are all silicone implants. He says that he has a reputation of being one of the most extreme plastic surgery addicts in the world and loves continuing to push the limits. During one surgery, he risked the chance of going blind as he wanted to remove some unsightly forehead veins. The surgery had to be performed through his eyelids, and the tool used to burn the veins came dangerously close to his retinas. The 35-year-old has had over 190 different surgeries. New York City socialite Jocelyn Wildenstein was afraid that her billionaire husband would leave her if she looked too old. So Wildenstein spent about $4 million on plastic surgery to alter her appearance to look more feline. Known as the Manhattan Cat Lady, she's had her face pulled back so much that the placement of her eyes have been permanently altered. She wanted to do this because her husband loved the look of exotic wild cats. Unfortunately, her plan backfired. In 1997, she caught her husband having sex with a 19-year-old Russian model, and they soon divorced. She was awarded $2.5 billion in the divorce settlement and $100 million a year in alimony. Now at the age of 75, she still loves the way she looks and continues to get more surgeries to further emphasize her feline features. Toby Sheldon, whose real name was Tobias Strebel, was obsessed with looking like Justin Bieber. He had liposuction, fat injections, and even eye lifts. It all cost more than $100,000. He appeared on the TV shows Botched, The Doctors, and My Strange Addiction, showcasing his love for Justin Bieber and surgery. In 2014, he was a part of a music video starring his group aptly named The Plastics. He sings the lyrics, "He's jealous of Bieber's perfect face." In an interview, he was asked what it would take for him to stop his obsession for surgically modifying his body. He bluntly replied, "If I die, I guess." In the summer of 2015, the 35-year-old went missing for 3 days after a breakup with his boyfriend. He was later found dead in a Motel 6, surrounded by drugs. Jordan James Park has an obsession with Kim Kardashian. To look like his idol, he's had over 50 plastic surgeries, totaling about $150,000 over a 4-year span. He says, "Whenever I see a new procedure, I have to try it. I'm in the clinic so often, I get a discount." He got rid of his eyebrows with laser hair removal and had cartoon-like eyebrows tattooed in their place. The 23-year-old Englishman routinely receives lip injections to give him the appearance that he's always pouting. Last year, he revealed that he's had so many lip and face injections that he can't really move his face. He also admits that his massive lips have been leaking fluid from the sides because of all the injections. Despite all of this, he has no plans to stop making his lips bigger than they already are. Pete Burns is the lead singer of British pop band Dead or Alive. The band found mainstream success with their 1985 single, "You Spin Me Round." Burns is known for his ever-changing, often androgynous appearance, which he freely admits has been greatly modified by cosmetic surgery. He's had injections into his lips, cheek implants, and several nose jobs. He once accused pop star Boy George of trying to copy what he looked like. In 2007, he sued a cosmetic surgeon for $140 million for faulty lip surgery that left his face droopy and puffy. At one point during reconstructive surgery, a doctor said that his lips were so badly damaged that they they may have needed to be amputated. Burns still loves to go under the knife to change his appearance. In an interview, he once stated, "People redecorate their homes every few years, and I see this as no different. Changing my face is like buying a new sofa." Kayla Morris and her mother Georgina Clark are obsessed with the looks of British model Katie Price. So much so that they spent over $85,000 in plastic surgery to look like her. But where did they get the money to afford all the surgeries? At the age of 17, Kayla started dancing at a local strip club. Although she's made a lot of money from that, her real financial backing came from various sugar daddies she would meet at the club. They agreed to pay for her and her mother's plastic surgery procedures. They both have had nose jobs, breast implants, Brazilian butt lifts, and even lip injections. Georgina is forever grateful that her daughter pays for her surgeries and believes that they are both living out their dream. Believe it or not, the duo actually wants to have bigger lips. She says, "When we walk down the street, everyone looks at us and comments on our huge lips, but they're still not big enough for us." 48-year-old Regina Raji is a transgender woman who was a victim of black market plastic surgery. Raji said she had to search for alternative methods because she was desperate to look more like a woman, but didn't have the funds to pay for a licensed surgeon. So in 2005, she sought the help of another transgender woman, Ron O'Neill Morris. Morris was known around the city of Miami to perform unlicensed and inexpensive cosmetic procedures. During the operation, Raji was injected with cement, superglue, and Fix-A-Flat. The procedure was done in an apartment. Raji remembers boils forming on her face that ultimately exploded, producing a greenish-yellow bloody discharge. She was left painfully disfigured and now has to undergo monthly softening injections and laser therapy to reduce the size of the nodules on her face. Morris was later charged with manslaughter for the death of another victim who had the same deadly concoctions injected into her thighs, buttocks, and breast. Former Korean model Hang Myoku became obsessed with having smooth skin. At the age of 28, she had silicone injected into her face to supposedly smooth out her wrinkles. Over the coming years, she would inject more and more to the point that her face became puffy and inflamed. At one point, doctors refused to perform any more injections on her. In her desperate attempt to look beautiful, she decided to self-inject. When she ran out of money for silicone, she resorted to using cooking oil. Her decision would yield disastrous results, leaving her face totally disfigured. Her story was featured on Korean television, and viewers made donations to afford her some sort of corrective surgery. During the first of the 10 operations, surgeons removed 260 grams of silicone, oil, and other foreign substances from her face and neck. Now in her 50s, Hang remains permanently disfigured. Ironically, she works at a second-hand store called The Beautiful Shop.